Alright, real quick, I'm going to show you how to set up user authentication with public mode, and we can restrict that to black and white only. So you'll touch on your utility/counter key, administrator settings, admin password should be 1 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then your OK button. Next, we're going to select on number 4, user authentication settings. Number 1, general settings. User authentication, we're going to set that to on MFP. Then we're going to touch on public user access, and we're going to say on without login. I'll show you why in a minute. We're going to OK that, clear all data, say yes, and OK. Alright, we're going to come next into user authentication settings, user registration. To set public mode to black and white only, you're going to arrow up to get to page 5151. You'll see the public user authentication. Touch on the public, click on edit, click on function permission. That's if you want to limit any of those. Actually, we're not going to need that. We're going to touch on output permission, and you're going to restrict to only allow black and white. For scanning, you can leave that set to color. For printing, you can restrict that to black and white is the only allowed. So you'll OK that. OK here. If you want to make a authentication account that can access color, touch on the first empty box, click edit, and then you can give it either just a username or a username and password. We're just going to do username, and we're just going to call it demo. And we'll say OK. We're going to leave password blank, but you can see here in the output permission, they're allowed to print color. So we'll OK that. Something else to consider is this print without authentication option. When this is set to restrict, anyone that doesn't have a driver that doesn't support the user authentication option for public and recipient user being like a color account, it'll just delete the job. So you want that set to restrict to not allow any unauthorized prints. So we'll OK that. So when you close out of all this now, you're in what's called public mode. And if you try to click on the color option, it's going to tell you it's prohibited as you're in public mode. If you want to get into your color account, you would click on the access key, which is, where is our access key? Right here. So key and lock symbol. Then you're going to see the option for username and password. If you only put in username, just click on username. We did demo, and you can OK that and click login. Now you'll have the ability to print in color if you want. When you're finished, you can either just click the reset key, and that'll put you back into public mode, and you'll see. Or actually, no, on this model, you can't click reset. You must click your access button. It'll say, do you want to log out? Say yes. Okay. Then it puts you back into your public mode. Also, most models, 60 seconds. It'll go back into public mode by default. So if you don't press anything, it'll automatically log itself back out into your regular public mode, where you're defaulted for black and white only. So that's how you set up user authentication with public mode restricted to black and white only on the BizHub models.